This is a story about how hockey can transcend the game on the ice. It's about how teams rallied together to help a little girl named Sephaia, how they welcomed her into the hockey community, and how they made her wish come true.
So at 10 months old, I noticed Sephaia was having like head droops, almost like a seizure. And we were downtown Calgary, and there was a stop sign, and left was Children's Hospital and right was going home. And something instinctively told me that something wasn't right, and it was an intersection, and I went left to Children's Hospital. It wasn't until she was 3 years old where she was actually clinically diagnosed with neurofibromatosis type 1. So Sephaia currently has 3 brain tumors, one on her spine as well as one behind her eye on the optic nerve. It's not a very well-known condition, but there are a lot of people that have it. We just don't hear a lot about it.
Through the Children's Wish Foundation, Sephaia was granted the trip of a lifetime.
For Sephaia, she knew exactly what she wanted. She loves animals. Almost every answer she had to every question had to do with animals.
So when we were deciding on a wish, she always talked about elephants, and she called them elephants ever since she was little. And we thought how amazing it would be to expose her to them in the wild and see how they live and watch them move.
So it was a no-brainer for Sephaia and the family to go to Africa. And when we heard that, we were more than delighted to make sure that that happens for Sephaia and Michaela and the family.
Hockey Calgary learned about Sephaia's story and wanted to help. They had heard about a Wear It for Wishes campaign in Nova Scotia, where teams raise money for Children's Wish. 12 local Bantam AA teams stepped up to help make Sephaia's dream a reality.
And the teams have really grasped hold of this, and they've done bottle drives, they've sold 50-50 tickets, some teams have sold candy at the games.
What I've really come to appreciate about the sport, about Hockey Calgary, is that it goes so much above and beyond the sport. They're taking time out of their day to raise money for my child. Like, that is just beautiful. And there are more children like Sephaia who deserve a wish as well. And I don't see anything stopping these guys. I mean, I think the potential for them to make a lot of wishes happen is there. We are so incredibly blessed.
She refers to the players as her boys. They've all meant something to her in different ways, and I think it really started with the North Star team, the Blazers. They were the first team to reach out to Carly and get Sephaia involved in a practice and out to the ice and get them to meet everybody. They did the Build-A-Bear thing where they actually made the monkey for her, and he's got his own jersey with her name on it.
My boys gave my monkey to me. It said Sephaia on it. I snuggle him.
And for those boys, Bantam AA boys, to have something tangible that they're fundraising for is so important. It's not just a tournament they're fundraising for. It's an actual little human being. At the end of the day, they see her. They feel for her. And I think that at the end, it's going to be amazing.
After traveling for more than 36 hours, Sephaia and her family finally arrived in Kruger National Park in South Africa, one of the world's largest wildlife reserves.
Over the course of the safari and seeing the animals, her face changed. There's something about seeing an elephant in the zoo, and there's something about watching a herd of elephants walk right by your Jeep. They don't make a sound. They kind of made a game of it, right? Like, does anybody see a giraffe? And then, yeah, you'd see the giraffe moving, and they came right up to the Jeep.
One of the most memorable animal encounters came after their tour guide asked them to step out of the Jeep.
He's like, okay, everybody grab your cameras, but make sure you don't put Sephaia down. And nobody's understanding what's happening. And he's like, hey, get your cameras. And we're like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm itchy, there's bugs. No, I don't like this. And he says, turn around. And there are 3 male cheetahs right behind us. We made friends with the pet monkeys that stayed on the compound, that every morning you'd hear them bang on our roof, and they played tag with the girls. So it was like nothing I've ever experienced before.
These weren't the only monkeys Sephaia bonded with on the trip. The stuffed monkeys she received from her boys rarely left her side.
So she hauled this thing from Canada through 2 18-hour flights to South Africa, through the customs border, onto a transport van to the hotel, all through Cape Town, then back on a flight through security and on to our safaris. She was able to go on a trip that she will never forget.
The goal for the Wear It for Wishes campaign was to raise $15,000 to pay for Sephaia's trip. The teens ended up raising more than $26,000, enough to send another little girl on her Children's Wish journey.
It really is about building our community, and so it's so important for these boys also to understand that there are folks that are struggling right now, and that's a beautiful connection. It doesn't end just after the wish, it carries on.
As a mother to a child that has fought for her life, to bring her into an environment like we have at the arenas that we've been at, I feel that all of my efforts and all of the fights, all of her efforts, all of their efforts have all come together, and it's all blended into something beautiful.